Okay, so we talked about in the previous videos, we asked the question, what is pH and why does it matter? And then we talked about the 3 different systems that help us to regulate the pH in our body by regulating the hydrogen and the pH itself. So remember we said that there's 3 different systems. The first one are the first responders, which is chemical buffers. The second one is like the second responders who need a little bit more time. We compared them to Mercy Flight. And the third responders are like the hospital, which are the kidneys, and the kidneys take a while to respond, so they're the last ones to respond. So this video is going to be about chemical buffers, which we called the EMTs. They're the very first ones on the scene, and they're the first ones to respond to the issue. So here's a little thing that I made talking about chemical buffers. The very first character in the chemical buffer system is the relationship between bicarbonates and carbonic acid. So when those guys are perfectly balanced, that's going to help to make sure that our pH in our body is balanced well. And in order to balance those, you can see that we need 20 bicarbonate on this side and 1 carbonic acid on this side. So basically what that means is it's like a ratio. So 20 bicarbonates and 1 carbonic acid are in balance. That's in balance, so they're perfect. That's exactly how we want them to be. They should always be in a 20-to-1 ratio. So you're asking, like, so we have these chemical buffers and we have the carbonic acid and the bicarbonate, but who helps run this system and where do these guys come from? So there's 2 parts of our body that help run this chemical buffer system. One is the kidneys, and they help regulate the production of bicarbonate. So they make bicarbonate. The second player in this chemical buffer is the lungs, and they help regulate the production of carbonic acid. And then there was briefly mentioned in our notes, the number 2 chemical buffer system is called the phosphate buffering system, and the number 3 is called the protein buffering system. But we don't necessarily need to focus on them. What we do need to focus on is the bicarbonate and carbonic acid balance. So if you can remember the chemical buffers, which are the EMTs, which are the first guys on the system, is a relationship between bicarbonate and carbonic acid in a ratio of 20-to-1. And it is influenced by the kidneys, which makes the bicarbonate, and the lungs, which helps make the carbonic acid. And that is pretty much all we need to know about chemical buffers. Bye-bye.